I was figuring, like, I was a little bored just shooting television. Do you think maybe if I slipped you a couple of $100, we could rally this car? We'd sit some stickers on the old caddy. Me and you, I'll navigate, and we can go out there and raise hell.
That'd be great.
Would that be? You wouldn't mind? I'll buy us a couple of coffees. We'll be jacked up. We could probably win the Cadillac class.
Oh, yeah, it's older than me.
You know what's another thing, though? I think that if we win, we could get more dates.
What kind of dates?
No, like I could like pull chicks and, you know, maybe some guys would go, hey, Helen, how's it going? I like that #1 plate.
Oh, this sounds good.
Helen, you are looking super sexy, I'm telling you right now. You look great. Guys dig you, girls want to fight you. She'll fight back, she said. So here's my initial impression. David Summerbell leading the points right here, SCCA Pro Rally, Jerry Bernardo. We bombed down the road about a mile, turn around, wide open. Right away, my hands start sweating. I think I'm all about speed. I'm having fun. Oh, excuse me. What a blast. Getting on the binders, locking it up. Can't see around the corner. Kid knows what he's doing, but he's only leading by 1 point. So it's on in Prescott. Thanks for the lift. I'll never thumb in Arizona again. Know why this thing has the #1 plate?
No.
That guy just gets in the car, just locked up the brake. The other guy's reading the book, going, take a left right now. That's what they do. You want to do that?
No.
I'll drive.
If you ever got in a car, you'd never get out of a car. It's a sport. If you asked any rallyist to go drive any other kind of car, they are faster than most of the people that would get in their own cars thinking they're fast. Because rallyists drive on roads they've never seen before, with only a route that keeps you on course. It doesn't tell you what the bump is going to be. It just keeps you on course. And you do it at night, and you do it in the snow, and you do it in the rain, and you do it in the worst kind of conditions, and you do it out in the middle of godforsaken nowhere, or BFE if you want.
Wide open.
Wide open all the time. Go as fast as you can go, because you don't know what the other guy's doing. You have to go as fast as you can go and not screw up or crash or anything like that, because every car's a minute apart, or in this case, if it's Dusty, 2 minutes apart. So you don't know what the other guy's doing until you get a chance to get in and get to collect the scores.
It's incredible. I mean, it's just taking a car that's heavily modified to the specs that these cars are and putting it to what is the limits of the car on terrain that's not fit to drive on at 20, 30 mile an hour in some cases.
Best thing I saw since I arrived in Prescott, Arizona, t-shirt that said real cars, real roads, real fast. And you gotta believe it. Right there, SCCA Pro Rally. And a big cloud of dust, pretty much wide open. Also on MW2, Lake Dolores, hooked up with the boys from Kawasaki, Victor Sheldon.
ですね、この場をバーッと盛り上げていこうかなと思ってますけども、てなわけで僕が金森、彼はこれはクリス、これはビクター、この3人でやりますんでよろしく。
A little jet ski action. It was fun. That guy is going to get a speeding ticket.
MW2's Rev It Up is brought to you by Honda ATVs. Get tough to beat deals on selected ATVs. Honda, best on earth. And by Suzuki. Right now, your Suzuki dealer has the ride you've been waiting for and the financing to get it.
Pro Rally is one of the more unusual motorsports. We're going all out. It's great.
In rallying, I found that the camaraderie is good. In circuit racing, it's not, but rallying is good.
I recognize the fact that you guys get this fast thing down, because I went for a spin with you. Oh boy. It was fun though. I mean, it's fun, but you're definitely riding on the edge.
Yeah, and it's a close edge. You want to be fast, and that edge, if you go over it, it's out. It's all over. So it's tough, and adrenaline also. You know that you have to keep that under control.
So anybody could go out and buy a Nissan Sentra, slap in a roll cage, some nice seats. What else do they need before they want to go racing rallies?
Just some Michelin tires and suspension, and then you could do the car in a month, you know.
And have some fun.
Yep.
It's pretty fun. It's a 12-hour e-ticket.
So basically your job is you go wide open, you try to get him to piss his pants.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
A lot of people, you know, they only focus on the drive and they're like, oh, who's the driver of the car? I think without the navigator, the driver would be in a hell of a predicament.
Well, generally the navigator is the one who keeps the driver on time, make sure all the little details are covered. The driver needs to concentrate on driving and doesn't need to be distracted by all the other details, like wind services, what there needs to be done. So, navigator plays a pretty big role as far as the little details. Lets the driver do what he does best.
Drive to this level.
And you have a new navigator. How about between the two of you, how's it working out when you get someone new in the passenger seat?
Getting someone new in the passenger seat is a little bit of a difficult. There's a little bit of a training thing. I've had some different people in with me a few times, and they've got enough knowledge that they can adapt, and I can adapt, and we work together as a team. And that's one of the neat things, is two people get to share this event with each other as it's going on. Like in other forms of racing, it's over the radio, but that's not the same as being there and getting to share every nuance and every second of the whole deal.
Talk to me about him trying to go wide open and get you to be scared.
Trying to keep me from puking. That's essentially what it is. He drives like a maniac, and I try to keep my lunch down.
This is the Tiburon, it's called in the United States, Hyundai Tiburon. And it's a two-wheel drive, a front-wheel drive, 2-liter, normally aspirated, 145 horsepower car. We have a turbocharged engine in them. We have, in fact, 2 different engines here we're using in the 2 different cars. We don't need to be able to do 140 miles an hour like on a racetrack, but we need to be able to accelerate from 30 to 90 miles an hour very quickly. We have a very nice package as a car. As I say, 350 horsepower, 4-wheel drive, goes down the road really well, weighs about 2,500 pounds. But you still need somebody to drive this car down the road.
I understand on the East Coast the roads are a lot more flatter, some good high speed. Here, these first few stages are going to be pretty rough.
Yeah, over in the East Coast we have Pennsylvania and Maine that are really fast, a lot of high-speed stuff. I have the first time out here, so I'm not sure what the conditions are here. Similar to California, there are going to be a lot of water bars. It's going to be slow, bumpy. Try and keep her there to be at the end.
The driver, I think, in a rally is worth more than in racing. I think he's 40% of the reason the car wins. 30% of it is the car. If you have a slow car for any reason, obviously you can't win. But the driver in rallying is more important than the car. And then people say, well, where's the other 30%? Well, I put it down 10% to the co-driver, 10% to the service crew, and 10% to good old lady luck.
No 2 turns are alike. Everything is different. You never know what's around the next corner. That's what makes it kind of exciting. They drive for 12, 14, 15 miles. They stop. They do another stage. They call them another 12, 15 miles. They're lucky they get some service. Maybe all the wheels are still on the car, and they get a chance to get a bite to eat, or go somewhere else for a bite to eat.
A large burrito with a medium iced tea, please. I don't have burritos. I'll have Make it 2 monster tacos. No, regular tacos.
2 regular tacos?
And I need the medium iced tea, please.
What?
We're in a race.
Okay, bye.
We're winning. How much?
514.
You got the money. 514. Hurry up. No. You don't have that. There's no time. You can't have that. All right, let's go. Bye.
We are so lost.
Where was the race again?
Now let's take a little break from rallying. Do something a little different. Kawasaki took us out to Lake Dolores, did jet skiing. Victor Sheldon and the boys had some fun, got on the equipment, crashed a lot because I'm not quite as good as the Slasher.
はいどうも、僕ら今ですねレイクドローレスというところに来てるんですけども、僕もなんでここにいてるのかよくわかりません。てなわけですね、今日はですねチーム川崎のメンバーですね、僕は金森、クリス、ビクターで今日は楽しくショーをやっていこうかなと思ってます。というわけでビクター。
Hi. I think he said this is Team Kawasaki at Lake Dolores, so let's rev it up.
Okay, Victor, last time I talked to you, we were at a real big race. Everything was special. I had to do a big TV interview. What did you think when they called you up and said, hey, we're going to hook up with Jerry, go up to Lake Dolores, just going to fool around, have fun, maybe see if you can actually ride the skis?
I just couldn't wait to be reunited with you, you know? I mean, it was just like, you know, the big race was going on and all the hype and stuff, but now we're here in the middle of the desert, Lake Dolores, near Barstow, and couldn't be more happier.
We got to give you kudos. High five. Fifth #1 plate.
Yeah, 5. I'm stoked, you know. I want 6 because I want a world championship. You know, I haven't captured that world championship yet. It's a one race. It's crazy. One race to become a world champion. So I think it's crazy. You know, I always think that, you know, when you race 10 races in a row, you're more of a man than a one race guy. But hey, you know, I don't got one, so I want one.
The championship was good. You know, everything went right on the Kawasaki's this year, and just looking forward to the World Finals.
Okay. Kanamori, second in the class.
Yeah, he's right there, but you know, thank God I was fortunate enough to pull out the victory.
Second place, I mean that close in the 1200 Pro Runabout.
Right.
How pissed are you?
You know, better than, you know, other manufacturer guy took it. So, you know, still teammate maybe okay, but still maybe a little bit pissed off. So.
Does it even matter who finished third, or should I ask?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, doesn't matter. You and teammate.
Yeah, sure.
You got guys like Victor Sheldon, Chris McClugage, Kanamori, who won't even tell us what his first name is. I'm just going to say it's like Hito-san.
Yeah, that's a hard one to pronounce. It's Minoru Kanamori.
Yeah. Well, they represent the competitive side of Kawasaki watercraft.
Yes, they do, and they do a very good job of it. They're #1 plates for the 1200 cc's and the stand-up 750 Pro class.
In my house, I have the #2 plate, maybe 3 or 4.
Let's tell the truth. We're just wrecking this place.
Yeah, we're wrecking this place. Kanamori, you know, he's definitely causing trouble.
Hey, what are you guys doing after this? You want to go for cappuccino?
Yep.
Good.
I like it too.
That was good.
What do you think about this whole scene we got going? You let the Kawasaki boys come in, the ESPN2 Rev It Up boys come in, pretty much have so much fun. We don't even know if it's going to make the editing.
You know, Stewart's been coming here for a couple of years, and he was really blown away when he came back this time and finally saw what I've been talking about for these last few years. The park is finally here.
Let me ask you this though, the watercraft. We have the race boats over here, but we have the little play boats. This is what we're doing today, playing. You can go out, guys like you, this is your job. You hype them up, modify them, go out and win. Then there's regular, I like to say Joe Blow, even though it sounds like it's negative, it isn't. Regular Joe Blow goes out to Havasu, loads up, puts the kid on the back like I had Kyle over there when I went up and did the buzzsaw on the cope.
Did the grind on the rally.
You know, but I mean, it's about fun too, so today we can do that.
Yeah, you know, I mean, that's what's, I think, kind of unique about our sport, really, is that there's a racing part of it, but, you know, the other part of it is a lot of fun just to hang out at the lake and, you know, have your cooler and your, you know, with Pepsis and Gatorade and stuff. And, you know, you take your girlfriend, your wife, your kids. You know, it's kind of a family thing as well as it is a racing thing. But, you know, it's cool that it's a family sport, too, you know, and some of the other sports are kind of, you know, you're in the desert, it's hot, it's this and that, you know, but this is, you know, you're at the water and, you know, it does really do a lot of, has a lot of effect on recreation riders.
It's just a nice park to come into. We have a lot of fun here, and I recommend it. This is a great place.
And I want to thank everybody. It always sounds like a cheap plug, but really, when your job is to interview people, come out, ride jet skis, have fun, and we've been going off in this park. I mean, we've been going off. They let us get away with murder. To come home and get a paycheck for that, it's almost sickening.
Don't tell anybody, you'll ruin my image.
Well, I just told 55 million homes because I feel the vomit rising.
They wouldn't let me on any of the big rides, so I'm here in Kittyland. It's not fair, you know. I got this special wristband on because they won't let me on the big rides.
Can you scream really loud?
Yeah.
Can you scream as loud as you can? Yeah. Watch, I'll do it first. Ready? Ah! Your turn.
How's it going, Noel? The best. We had a good time there. The first stage, of course, we were all nervous, but now we're getting ready to leave again. But that first stage was kind of scary with everything that happened, and the second stage was just unbelievable.
What's the terrain like in the first stage?
It's just there's like thousands of feet of drop on the right-hand side, and the left-hand side you can go, so right-hand turns fast, left-hand slow.
Open up to me, kid. Tell me what's going on, how you feel, what you're thinking. Are you nervous? Are you scared? Are you going fast? Are you going to win?
Well, we're going pretty quick. Our goal here is to finish. We're here to get points for the Production GT National Championship. We made the trip all the way from Minnesota, and to tell you the truth, we're really not used to driving in the mountains like this. Some of those corners on that first stage, where there's a sheer cliff on the right, we weren't too comfortable with that, and we wimped out. But we picked it up at the end of the stage, and the last stage we did really well on too.
What were you thinking?
He was doing most of the job going fast, and I was doing my job trying to keep him to slow down on those things. So.
How so? I mean, you see the book and you know, oh man, it's hairy here, big hairpin.
Yeah, I know where the tough instructions are, so calling those out to him, telling him to slow down where there's cautions, where it's necessary, and where there's big drops on my side especially.
Okay, one final question. It's starting, the sun's starting to go down, starting to go into nighttime. What's it like to rally at night between the combination of darkness and dust?
Darkness and dust don't go together too well. Darkness is okay. You can't see quite as well, but it's kind of like being in a little bit of a tunnel. You don't have outside distractions of scenery or things like that. You have to read the terrain a little bit differently. At daytime, you can read the actual terrain. You can see slopes of hills and things. In the nighttime, it's just everything that's really pretty much within a quarter mile of you that you can see with the big, powerful headlights.
And then the dust comes up.
The dust comes up, and it's like the curtain closing over the stage. You can't see the actors anymore, and the actors are the road.
Well, David, as you well know, when you're out in the middle of nowhere in Arizona, sometimes you have to improvise under the car lights, right?
Right.
You're running in a good position. I hear Paul Choiniere had some problems with his rear suspension. You up front?
Yeah, we're in front. We're leading only by 1/100th of a second at the moment, so it's a close lead, but it's still a lead, and the points, the championship's all that's important.
I just talked to Summerbell. He said he's leading by 1/100th of a second or something like that. What are your thoughts?
Well, you know, my teammate Noel in the Hyundai Elantra is right there behind him. So, you know, David and I are running the championship here, and you know, things aren't looking real good for me. But if for some reason Noel can pull it off, then that'll make things a lot better for the last event.
MW2's Rev It Up is brought to you by Honda ATVs. Get tough to beat deals on selected ATVs. Honda, best on earth. And by Suzuki. Right now, your Suzuki dealer has the ride you've been waiting for and the financing to get it.
Big Mike, Big Dave. Okay, you finished second, down by like 23 seconds after all those miles, but you did smart racing because you didn't want to ruin the championship.
Definitely, that was all that was in our mind. It was a plan when we came in here. We needed to finish. We needed to finish well and ahead of Paul, and we stuck to the plan. We were extremely careful, but we made sure we came out where we wanted to be for the next event.
But did you have fun? Because I didn't notice you like whooping it up, hooting and hollering or anything.
Yeah, it was good fun out there, you know. The roads that we ran on Saturday were pretty decent roads, and you know, it made my work a lot easier. You know, there were less cautions to be looking out for. We had a few scary moments, but you know, we made it through. You know, as I said, we stuck to the plan.
And the scariest moment of all will be my information. I'm gonna come to Jamaica on vacation, probably in January, so don't be in Jamaica in January. Well, as usual, the super huge rally drivers, international style, took off on a flight. Noel Lawler, no winner interview. Paul Choiniere, gone. Hey, all the other guys stuck around to get their trophies. Good fun. SCCA Pro Rally, Prescott, Arizona. Had a great time. Guess what? Look for me next year. I'm putting together my own team. Me and Summerbell, we're hooked up in the factory Yamaha golf cart. I'll see you later on MW2, baby. Left, right, hard left, double caution. Ah!